Little Caesars. What a fat little angel. Look at him.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
I was. No, I'm talking about King. He's laying on a Target bag and he just looks so cute. Hans. When do you want to start this thing?
We're started. We're live.
What are we going to talk about?
We're recording. I got you.
Oh, gosh.
I got everything all ready. You don't have to worry about a thing.
Well, okay. Tell me about it, stud. Mm-hmm. See,
exactly. Wait for it.
Segued
Here
from
we go.
Arthur Fonzarelli to Greece.
Welcome to Jacob V Weekly. We want to start, as we do every program, by inviting you to donate to Caddyshack of New Hamel, Illinois.
Caddyshack.
That's Caddyshack IL on Facebook. Save a life or 9. Also, the only way to financially support this podcast and all the various work we do is patreon.com/JacobV. Starts at $4 a month. And it's the only way to directly contribute to this podcast, but also we give you weekly content included in that membership that you cannot get anywhere else, including lossless quality audio of masters of all my releases, various bands and acts I've been with, behind the scenes stuff like you got this week on patreon.com/JacobV. Not even going to sneak it. You got to go there to find out. I'm in a new band called No Antics. We just dropped a single on New Year's Day here, 2022. No Antics on Spotify. Withdrawals at the new single. We have new content dropping every month leading up here, so look out for that. This coming Saturday, 2 days from now, January 29th, I'm at Blind Bill's in Dayton, Ohio with my band Blinded by Stereo. Blinded by Stereo coming to Dayton, Ohio in 48 hours from right now. And that album is out everywhere. It's on Bandcamp. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you want it. You can pre-order the vinyl, and it's going to be here in about 2 years. So good luck. Supply Chain. Also on Spotify, I have favorite songs. Jacob V's favorite songs. Every month, there's a new one on Spotify. I make these in the McDonald's drive-thru. It's just whatever I'm listening to that month. I start a new one on the first of every month, and you can join in and just see kind of what's on my mind. It's usually random. It's not all new stuff. It's not all my stuff. It's all kinds of just whatever floats into my life. A lot of Kate Bush lately. Clay, do you like Kate Bush?
I don't know Kate.
You don't know Katie Bush?
No, we've never met.
Wow.
I know.
My baby brother is here. McDonald's is stoking my most toxic classist impulses. Have we talked about this?
No, go again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I take pleasure in waiting them out. Like the worse the wait gets, the longer I'm willing to wait, to hold the line, to advocate for my order.
But it's just McDonald's.
Like if I go through smoothly and efficiently, it's great. I'm not going to complain. You know what I mean? I'm having a good time.
It's just McDonald's. I don't understand.
But you don't understand. It's warfare right now.
No, I know it. It's hard. It's hard to staff most fast food places, especially around here right now. Yes,
and that's what's so hard is because it makes you mad at the people that are working there because they're not doing whatever they're supposed to do fast enough. But it's not their fault. They need at least twice as much help as they're getting.
Oh my God, everyone's short-staffed right now.
It's insane.
I could go work at a McDonald's or a Popeyes right now and probably make more money in an hour than I'm doing right now.
Well, certainly right this minute because I don't pay you to be on this show.
Exactly.
Are you a member of the Patreon?
I am. You got my money already, bitch.
Oh,
yep. I am a Patreon member, and I take advantage of every little extra spread of thing that you put on that Patreon.
Oh well, good. I'm glad that you're using it because again, once you get access to the Patreon, you can go back and see everything we've ever posted there. So it's not like it just starts when you join up.
Plug.
We're plugging. Here's my thing about the McDonald's. I'm totally going to wait. I know you're open. I know you're stalling because you're slammed or short-staffed or both. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to bitch. I'm going
to jump in.
I'm going to
say that since they got rid of the snack wrap, they can go fuck themselves. I hope they tank.
I know
they
you
never will.
I know you took that really hard.
Everything there is garbage. Even the chicken sandwich is like the worst chicken sandwich anyone's put into the running.
I don't eat a lot of the food.
I know. You just get your Diet
Every
Cokes.
now and then I get fries. I'm good for maybe a handful of cheeseburgers a week. But I don't do the fries even every time anymore because of there's like a carcinogen.
Like how you just said you don't do their food, and you're like, I eat a handful of their cheeseburgers a week.
Maybe a week, but I go to McDonald's sometimes 2 or 3 times in a day.
Yeah, it's a lot.
To just get Diet Cokes.
You might be keeping that one in Hampton Village alive just by yourself.
Chippewa?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's plenty of fuckers waiting there when I'm there. Jesus. Oh.
I think for me, my favorite fast food spot's Taco Bell.
You know what? But I'm old and I'm afraid to poop weird. And so I don't go to Taco Bell as often as I may want to. But it's like I've gotten to the point in old age.
No, if you poop weird from Taco Bell, you're from a weak bloodline and you're my brother. So I disagree with that wholly. I think that you're fucking copping out right now. Nope.
No, I just...
Taco Bell's the shit.
But it doesn't make me feel confident.
Are you kidding me? You
Intestinally.
ever have 2 Supreme soft tacos, then go into work and you don't feel like a fucking diva?
No.
Oh.
I usually get 2 bean burritos with no onions.
Taco Bell is my Starbucks. If I'm walking in shaking a bag of Taco Bell like a fucking iced vanilla latte, you better believe I'm about to fuck shit up.
I don't know how you live.
I don't eat fast food that much.
But eating Taco Bell and working out as much as you do?
I work out so I can eat Taco Bell.
No, I know, but what about your
beer.
tract, brother? Like, seriously.
My tract? It's violent.
Yeah.
I have a high protein diet, and then I get those foods, and I mean, it makes a ruckus, but it's never painful.
Oh, well, that's good.
At least not for me. People around me, maybe my loved ones, but, not me. Just go through the motions,
Did you hear that Neil Young's music is coming off Spotify because
Joe Rogan and all of his anti-vax shit?
Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
My thing is Neil Young. Go ahead.
That's part of my problem with both of those people is like, guys, get off of the planet already. We're going to make so much money for 40 fucking years. Can we both take a break?
Well, also, Neil Young did host Fear Factor before Joe Rogan, and
that's really why they're beefing.
I know. He was in there for like the pilot.
My name's Neil Young. You're watching Fear Factor.
Exactly what happened.
I don't really know how Neil Young talks.
That sounded fine to me.
He's Canadian.
If you were wearing the hat and the glasses, I think it would help. Sunglasses,
That would be hilarious.
My problem is I was actually thinking about this on the drive home the other day, and I don't know why. My entire life, I've always mixed up Neil Young and John Denver, and I don't know why. In my head, it's like I know who they are. I know their songs.
Man, you just roasted Meatloaf. Meatloaf probably hates John Denver.
I like Meatloaf. I was very sad when he passed.
I meant Neil Young.
Oh, you said Meatloaf.
Because that was what was next on my list is R.I.P. Meatloaf.
Oh my God. You need to get your shit together.
So you think Neil Young is John Denver?
No, I've said many times in my life where I've confused the two. You ever hear just 2 artists and for some reason your mind connects them and then you can never break that little bridge, the bridge of lies and deceit?
Somebody tricked you into believing Neil Young was John Denver?
That might have happened. Just like when someone tried to convince me that Wes Anderson and P.T. Anderson are brothers and Christmas must be really
Paul Thomas
weird.
Anderson. I probably made that up.
Yeah, it might have been you motherfucker.
It was probably me.
I got proven wrong in a bar years later, and I felt like a total dipshit.
That's like the Tom Segura bit where he thought Tommy Lee Jones was gay just because his dad thought he heard that once.
Exactly. You can't listen to fucking anybody anymore. It's not fair.
Well,
literally 10 years after I fucking learned that bit of information from somebody, must have been you.
Yeah.
I get just like
that
called
sounds like
out
that's like the ham
at
in
the trophy room at 3 a.m.
Oh no.
Yeah, you ruined me.
Somebody called you out?
Somebody called me out. Actually, I think it was after a night shift at Barnes Jewish Hospital, and I was there at like 10 a.m.
You don't have to dox yourself.
I know what I did.
You are not the clientele for this bit of news, but I put it in the notes, and so I'm going to mention it just in case it ends up being important. It just came up on my phone the other day. Breaking news, former President Donald Trump, Trump Jr., and Ivanka Trump are all alleged to have been involved in either overseeing or arranging financial misstatements to financial and insurance institutions, says the New York Attorney General in a court filing docketed tonight. That was a couple days ago. But I haven't heard about it since. I try not to follow the news.
They probably paid to get it taken down.
You think it's a big deal?
It might be a big deal. I don't know. That sounds like some fraudulent shit. I have no idea what's going on.
That's my favorite reaction to that news. That's all we need from that. That sounds like some shady shit, brother. I have no idea what's going on.
I don't.
You listen to me here, brother. I don't know a thing.
Listen, I live in my world. I do what I do, and I mostly look at TikToks and Instagram. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is why I won't be able to send my children to public school.
If I saw it in a TikTok, maybe I would be able to talk about it, but I don't know what the fuck.
Will somebody send Clay a TikTok about Donald Trump?
Please, quickly.
Anybody.
You know my number. It hasn't changed.
Dining staff burnout. I totally did not plan this for you, but this is from the Riverfront Times. No backup, rude customers. Restaurant workers face pandemic burnout.
Pandemic burnout is very, very real. But also the worst part is I just think a lot of people just kind of stopped caring. We just keep our masks on. We're miserable. My mustache is a nightmare.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
Not
because,
a fan.
No, I like having it, but the matter of the fact is I can never really groom it properly because the mask always just pushes it up and out and crazy. And I'm not going to do the wax thing. I'm not going to do the thing where I like put wax on. I'm not doing it. So I'm just living in it, you know?
So is the demand crazy, or is it just that everyone is short-staffed?
Well, everyone's short-staffed. Everyone's rude because they want everything to go back to normal. People don't want to wear masks because everything's going crazy there. Hell, they keep fucking changing the mask mandate in the county.
That's so frustrating here.
Because what's his fucking name?
Everything is changing all the time.
What's his name? Sued. It was like,
the governor wants to sue anyone that does a mask mandate.
Oh, we need the freedom to not wear our masks. Go fuck yourself.
Especially in St. Louis, we have.
And then everyone just got COVID. Yeah. Everyone just got COVID. Exactly. Literally everybody just got COVID in the last 2 months.
And then they put the mask mandates back on, and then our fucking governor comes in and says, "Nuh-uh."
He does literally say that. I look at his tweets.
"Nuh-uh, brother."
He does tweet "nuh-uh, brother"
He's
a lot.
Fucking goat farmer. I wish him nothing but diarrhea. You know what I'm saying?
And then we could segue into the Cole Carhart situation with the anti-vax bullshit.
Yeah, you mentioned this to me, and I totally was not paying attention.
Okay, listen. So Carhartt basically made all of their employees get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you can't work for Carhartt. So then every single fucking anti-vaxxer, conservative, whatever the fuck motherfucker that owns Carhartt that was offended, the same people that were burning their Nikes when it came to supporting Colin Kaepernick are burning their fucking Carhartts or trying to give them away now. And hey, I say take advantage of it. All the St. Louis hipsters that fucking love Carhartt, dude, I got so much Carhartt shit. I fucking love how it fits and it's comfortable and it's durable and it's warm. I love that shit. But go out to your fucking, Found by the Pounds or Goodwills or whatever the hell and find Carhartts that people are just throwing away.
You're not going to find Carhartt at Found by the Pound.
Nah, you don't fucking know.
There's no Carhartt at Found by the Pound.
I'd say take advantage.
Hey, remember when I got those Oshie jerseys for $19 a piece after he got traded? I just had to go to the Burlington Coat Factory in Fairview Heights, Illinois.
See, shit's wild these days.
I wore one of those the other day to a hockey game. I had good seats. I had 4 free hot dogs. I had a cheeseburger. I had 3 Diet Pepsis. I had some ice cream that was really hard frozen. It was not good.
Do you even know where he got traded to?
Oshie?
Yeah.
Well, it was several years ago. I have no idea.
Oh, that's fine.
I really try not to go to. This is something you could look up on your iPhone.
I think it was the Capitals. I can't look up anything on my iPhone. I have a cat on my lap. But I think he got traded to the Capitals. And he also played for the USA team in the Olympics that one year. Was it the year before he got traded?
Was that the same year as the Winter Classic?
Because he was the one that was scoring all those crazy fucking shootout goals. The Winter Classic.
When it was here, I mean.
Was that against the Wild?
What year was that is really what I'm thinking. We like hockey on this show, apparently. We've never talked about hockey on this show. Maybe we should start. Do you guys like hockey? Sound off in the comments.
We don't talk about hockey in real life. I don't know what's happening.
I'm making fun of my friend Tina from Slop City Podcast when I say sound off in the comments.
The last time we talked about hockey is because a Blues player bought Mom's old house.
Actually, my wife hates this and probably doesn't even know it was Tina, but Tina got me saying brother like I do. Well, Tina and Hulk Hogan.
I don't know who Tina is. I don't know who Tina is.
Tina from Slop City Podcast. She was a stand-up comedian. She was very funny.
Oh. I'm not aware what you're talking
about. Hey, did you hear Fuzzy's is temporarily closed?
Yeah, Dan. They probably can't staff the joint either.
Fuzzy's is closing all of their St. Louis locations as they seek enthusiastic franchisees. I think that's the problem. I think corporate had a problem with their franchisees. And a lot of franchisees are the ones that are fucked right now with this staffing crisis. Because, the McDonald's I go to are all owned by a conglomerate sort of holding company that has to manage all those. And if they can't staff them, they're fucked. McDonald's makes their money. The corporate McDonald's.
Oh yeah, those fuckers.
So yeah, that's RIP. I hope they come back. It's like the Steak and Shake thing. There's a few Steak and Shakes open here now. We used to have a ton more, and they closed a ton of them in the past couple of years because they were like offering the franchise for like $10,000.
Man, fuck Steak and Shake. These drive-thrus are ridiculous.
Well, that's always been the case, though.
I know. Actually, I miss going to Steak and Shake on a regular basis, but that's just not a thing anymore.
I got more Trump news I don't care about.
What's this one? Why do we care?
I make these notes throughout the week for the
year.
podcast just in case it becomes important. States refer forged pro-Trump election docs to federal prosecutors. I don't know why we're still working on that.
I don't think it needs to happen.
This is crazy. So I was doing some thinking today, and import duties are taxing importers instead of collecting the corporate taxes that the most active importers are protected from paying. I was at Walmart the other day, and I was just thinking about somebody was out of something. I was like, it's the fucking Mom asked me why trash cans are so expensive. Like plastic in your kitchen trash cans apparently are really expensive, and I'm like, import duties, brother. Trade war.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah. And the whole problem
You
is
even get trash cans.
part of the reason you impose
Is
those
there
import
a trash
duties.
can embargo?
Yeah, it's a trash can embargo.
Fuck.
I
I
know.
wish I'd known I was stocked up. Our trash cans suck.
You know what? My recycling bin I noticed today that I usually keep in the bathroom down here. It's upstairs right now because I was going through the mail.
You recycle?
Oh yeah. No, I mean I have a recycling bin. I take it to the recycling dumpster. I have a recycling dumpster that actually gets picked up.
Oh right, you city schlickers. Yes.
Yeah, schlickers.
Where I live, we got bins. We got to roll them out the street. It's a whole thing.
Where I live, we got bins.
We do. I'm hoping that it's Thursday night. We got to take them out. I really hope I don't get home after midnight and the bins aren't out. And
But it's upsetting me because giant companies
roll those
like
bins to the curb. Shut the fuck up.
Like giant
roll the bins to the curb is what I'm saying. Now you can go.
Roll the bins to the curb. Giant companies like Walmart and Amazon don't pay taxes because they write off enough of their stuff. They always get out of paying taxes.
They also cut corners in their building construction, and that's why that one fell over for that Amazon facility over in Illinois. That's
you got to stay woke. You got to stay woke.
Cut the corners. Bezos was too busy trying to go to space.
Jeffrey Bezos.
You did it! Sorry, okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's the whole thing. Bezos just cutting the fucking corners on that shit so we can go to space, and then that whole building fell on. Did it kill like 8 people?
Oh yeah.
At least? That's some shit, dude.
They clocked out first.
And I'm still buying stuff on Amazon like an asshole.
Well, I mean,
It's the convenience. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's a monopoly.
we just need to make them treat their people better.
They won't.
Well, we just got to make them.
We as people outside of that system aren't being treated well enough. How do you think they're going to get treated?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to wipe my own ass today. That's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you're expected to live.
You know, it's just you got to like watch people enjoying and living their best lives and then be like, you know what? That's cool. I'm just a big, chubby, balding white dude in Missouri. It's fine. You guys go make millions of dollars on your OnlyFans and enjoy your spaceship rise to space and all that stuff.
Who are you talking to?
Everybody. I'm trying to cover a broad spectrum.
We hit a lot of factors on that one.
I'm just saying, I wish that I was just like little and sexy, but I'm not. I'm a big old fucking Shrek motherfucker, and I'm working myself to death, and everyone else is out having a good fucking time going to space and being on boats and shit. I don't even know what's going on anymore. It's fine.
I'm so glad you're here. Did you hear about the LAPD playing Pokemon Go instead of saving that woman from getting knifed in La Brea?
But there was a gym right there. They had to defend it.
Well,
No, that's horrible. No,
they were literally tracking down a Snorlax, which I may or may not have done.
That was a bad joke because that is horrible, and actually, that's not the first time in the last year that like something horrible has surfaced that's happened due to people's negligence in New York City. Was that what you said? New York?
No, this is in L.A.
L.A.
The cops the crime is way up, and they caught a couple cops on the body cam playing Pokemon Go.
I thought you said New York for some reason. So you're saying that this is happening. The cops are playing Pokemon Go and ignoring crime in L.A. And then women are getting like sexually fucking assaulted in front of like 20 people on a subway in New York, and we're smack dab in the middle of it. What are we doing?
Did that happen?
Yeah, that happened. Did you not see that shit?
No, tell me about it.
Oh my God, that's had to be like at least a month and a half ago now. But this, maybe more. Fuck. But this lady was literally getting assaulted by a homeless man on a subway, and instead of helping, everyone just like stood there and filmed it with their phones. It was a total like bystander. What's it called? Bystander effect situation. But like everyone just kind of watched this lady start to get sexually assaulted by a fucking homeless person, and it's just like, what? That's insane. No one did anything. No one wanted to step in right away. It was a whole. It got on Reddit. It was all over the place.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, great.
I know. Anyway.
Oh, and schools are all fucked up.
Since the pandemic.
Brother. Parkway schools here locally extend mask mandate despite governor threatening lawsuits. We were just talking about this. Oklahoma addresses teacher shortage with new initiative.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, but what was it?
What was I want you to pull up a link. I want to see an article.
I thought I left myself one, and I don't see it here. Oklahoma begins a new initiative to help schools suffer from staffing and teacher shortages.
Lunch ladies are teaching gym.
Employees at Oklahoma state agencies will be authorized to substitute teach across the state. Meaning they're going to allow government workers to be substitute teachers, and then they won't take those jobs, and then that's actually not going to help.
That's not going to help, and also they're going to be spread so fucking thin. One per school. You say that?
I don't even know,
because that doesn't sound healthy.
New Mexico puts National Guard in classrooms.
I mean, have you been to New Mexico?
I mean, that's like the Onion article. It's like a substitute teacher keeps gun pointed at students at all times.
The National Guard should have been in New Mexico years ago. Mm-hmm. There was a chemistry teacher making meth and supplying it to one of the largest stateside drug distributors. I mean, it was crazy. That's Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So in Jeff City, our state capital, they heard a bill this week proposing to ban not only critical race theory, but the teaching of all systematic oppression whatsoever, but was met by more requests to testify against it than any other bill in Missouri state history. And this is like, you saw the story today that there are schools that are banning the graphic novel Mouse, which is about the Holocaust.
I did see that, and that's ridiculous. Now
I taught that novel for 6 years.
That's a great thing. I don't see why that needs to be taken away. It's like, hey, let's go ahead and take things about slavery out of the United States education system because white people are feeling too guilty. And then now let's go ahead and take shit out that was written about the Holocaust, which everyone should know about. Don't try to bury that stuff at all.
Yeah.
Even if it's some sort of drawings of mice doing this shit. I don't know. That's dumb. Mm-hmm. That's stupid.
But obviously the opposition is in place, so we're hoping that goes that way. KATU News in Portland obtained a letter from Portland Public Schools to teachers this week. It cites reports of teachers faking sick days in an effort to close schools. Now, some educators are calling this the final straw, and they're resigning.
Oh, this is a stout. I do not want this.
Oh, can you give me a Diet Coke?
Oh, no, I can't. The microphone's in my belly. There's a whole thing going on here.
Okay, I'll get it in a minute, I guess, while I'm hosting this show.
What were you just saying?
A bunch of teachers in Portland are quitting because the school district accused them of faking sick days to try to close the schools.
I mean, I've done that to get free PTO hours, so.
Huh.
No, I'm kidding.
Schools
Please
struggling.
Don't indict me.
Schools struggling to retain educators nationwide as educators leave their jobs. This is from KSHB. This is just trauma porn for me at this point.
Exactly. I was about to say all those educators are going to get jobs at music stores, and then the stores are going to get sold, and there's a lot going on.
Jesus. Well, thanks for bringing that up.
Oh yeah, you just got doxxed, bitch.
LA Times, across the U.S., students are threatening boycotts and walkouts. The Oakland Unified School District faces such a strike unless it addresses a list of pandemic health and safety concerns. Students want the district to return to remote learning unless it provides KN95 masks for all kids and are calling for increased testing, among other demands. 12 school districts were forced to close after teachers staged a sick out citing COVID worries. About 500 teachers were reported absent, and that'll shut a school district down for sure. I didn't even know they'd have that many.
If I were in a punk band, I would name my first album "Sick Out."
Yeah, Sick Out is cool.
Sick Out.
In New York, hundreds of students in recent days boycotted classes and staged walkouts over concerns about testing and called for remote learning to be implemented. A grassroots member of the Latino Association for Parents of Public Schools, blah, blah, blah. Arias couldn't go back to work as a server at a small-time ice cream parlor until the youngest children tested negative could return. That's the thing. If your kid is testing positive, even if you don't get it, like, you can't go to work. I mean, if you work hourly, it's just a nightmare.
Yeah, shit's wild. Like, parents can't send their kids to school because if they come back with COVID and they don't have some sort of better system set up for the parents to go to work, then like they're going to be out in quarantine too. And then they're fucked. And then they take it out on the kids, and then the kids grow up to be like us. Just like, we need therapy and shit. Was that too much? Was that too big of a segue?
No, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, what do we do about that?
Well, everyone should really be learning remotely or homeschooling, and no one's going to do that because all the parents of the kids that are in very developmental ages got sick of their fucking kids in the first year of COVID, and they want them to go back to school so bad just so they can get a goddamn break. Then they bring COVID home, then they miss work, then they're stuck together again, and then they're behind on money, and then they develop resentment for the people that caused that, which should be the the government, and then their lack of funding towards the American education system or any positions they're in. And then next thing families are getting divorced, kids are not getting proper education, and everything's just dividing. We are dividing as a nation.
Right.
Dude, I don't know. I'm just riffing, dude.
No, you're doing great. You're a natural. Thanks. All hostages out and safe at Texas
I hope
synagogue.
I'm not wrong. Hold on. I hope I'm not wrong there.
About what?
I just feel like I got really weird with it, and I want someone to be like, I object, but I also don't.
Did you hear about the Texas synagogue hostage situation?
I love you start that over. Yeah, go ahead.
All hostages out and safe at Texas synagogue, governor says. And this guy...
Where was this? Houston?
44-year-old British national held 4 people hostage in Texas in a long standoff a couple Saturdays ago.
What?
He was killed on the scene.
A British national?
Yeah, I'm not going to say his name.
You don't have to. Don't do that to him. Well, it sounds like he's dead now, but still.
Muslim British dude.
Well, I don't know what that's got to do with the price of milk. What was his motive, they think?
Increasingly belligerent and threatening.
Let's move on. I don't know what to take from that.
He was trying to get somebody released from jail.
Okay, well, that's a whole thing. Were they wrongfully taken into custody?
Well, they had been in jail for a long time.
Is this like the plot to Air Force One?
Yeah, it's Air Force. It's exactly Air Force. He saw Air Force
God, One. But instead of an airplane, it's a church.
A synagogue.
A synagogue. Oh my God, I feel worse. It's a synagogue. It sounds very much like yeah. No, but then someone came through and said, "Get off my plane," and hopefully all 4 people survived. Hostages.
Oh yeah, everyone was fine.
That's good. What did he hold him hostage with?
I didn't ask.
What? Does it say in the article?
I don't know. You were kind of acting like you wanted to move on.
We can move on, but now I'm very curious. I didn't know what to say before, but now I'm really thinking about it. What are you doing?
I gotta plug this in.
Okay.
I got it.
What was that? Was that a soda?
No, it's just ice.
Oh,
guys, we're back. Jacob V Weekly.
Gosh, you could have gone to a little break into the music.
No. I just had to plug that in real quick. We have a guest at the end of the show, a good friend of mine that I pre-recorded an interview with remotely, kind of as a test run for my remote podcasting rig, and we're going to play that at the end of the show and promote some of the work I'm doing with him and going to raise that on up in prayer.
Okay.
God, rest in peace to Bob Saget also.
Dude, found in a Miami hotel room too. And it's just kind of, you think about Bob Saget's long history of comedy and drug use and all the other
Was there drug use?
Oh, gosh. Yeah. No, yeah. A lot of cocaine. It was the 80s, baby. There was a lot going on. And unfortunately, I did hear a lot about him potentially being a pedophile. And it was just kind of like, well,
I hadn't heard that either. You were really on one today.
well, there's a whole thing about, like, even during his, like, Comedy Central roast, like, people were, like, making jokes about him being too touchy with the Olsen twins during Full House and stuff like that. And it's like, those are roast jokes. So hopefully all allegations were actually proven wrong. But I don't know. I just heard some shit.
Wow.
No, the guy was a real piece of work. Maybe an uncle of comedy, not really a father or godfather of comedy. But, it's a whole thing. I was a little bit bothered. But, Betty White was a bigger deal.
Betty White, Louis Anderson. I mean, it's been...
Louis Anderson the same day as Meatloaf. That's a whole thing.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's a lot.
That's like when... Was it Farrah Fawcett that died the same day as Michael Jackson?
I think so.
Yeah, that's got to be the hard one.
And then it turns out one of them's a horrible monster.
Farrah Fawcett?
No, Michael Jackson.
Oh, I know.
Farrah was a goddess.
Isn't that crazy?
There's a whole thing.
It was nuts.
And you got to wonder who's next.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean,
Ugh.
heaven forbid. Oh, God, we got to check in on this. Sinead O'Connor was hospitalized a couple weeks ago. Her 17-year-old son took his own life. And then she obviously, was not taking that well.
What was she hospitalized for?
I guess suicidal ideation.
Oh, poor thing.
Her son died.
Oh, God, yeah. No, that happens for her, too.
Here's the article.
There really needs to be better handling over the understanding that seeking out help for your depression is a big deal. It needs to be better funded. Anyway. I'm sorry, should we edit that out?
No. I'm just trying to see if we got an update on that. I don't know. I guess she's still in the hospital. But she's got like 4 other kids, dude.
It doesn't matter, dude. Sometimes, you lose a kid.
I can't imagine. It must be truly horrible.
It's, I'm sure.
I can only imagine.
I'm sure it's a devastating.
But I'm just like, you got, what are your 3 other kids going to do? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, they're just going to have to grieve and be there and understand that everyone's healing process is different than theirs and go onward from that whole situation.
Yeah. Well, prayers and blessings and sparkles and pizzazz.
Yes.
So cannabis legalization has not improved Oregon's black market cannabis problem. Have you read this?
I mean, I kind of understand where they're coming from, but please.
They just have tons of illegal grow operations happening all throughout rural Oregon. Mm-hmm. And I think part of their plan was that legalization would reduce that. But, I mean, really, we've talked about this on the show before. Unless you give it to people for free, there's always going to be a potential for the black market to be cheaper.
Of course. And if the state or the federal government regulates that in any way, shape, or form, then there's always going to be someone that could make a quick buck selling it for cheaper. And, there's so many people that can have a grow operation and the privacy of their home with, the convenience of ordering things online and the information that's also accessible online. Then they could just make their own thing happen. Sometimes you just buy weed from a guy that grows it in his closet. But also Oregon being that state that, they have such a large amount of people that move there for that cause and for, the legalization of recreational marijuana use and sale. They probably just have people coming off the streets and just being like, hey, give me a job. I'll help you grow that weed and I'll make a quick buck while I do it. Next thing you know, you have an illegal operation. It's not just one person growing it out of the closet. Now they found a few, homeless people or something that like to smoke it, like to sell it, like to help out with it, maybe have a few stories, some experience. Next thing you know, everyone's getting indicted. A lot of people are going to jail, or people are just being busted for doing stuff without the license. Where did I go with that?
Well, you're doing great.
I hope so, man. I really do hope I am. But when you really do think about it, how many people moved to Oregon in the last 5 years alone? the population density, the variety of people there going into there, seeing prices also being the way that they are. Like there's some people in Missouri that still buy from their dealer because going to the dealerships in Illinois, going to the dispensaries in Illinois is so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And if they don't have their Missouri state, medical card, then they can't go anywhere local. So they just go to their dealer. It's more convenient. You don't have to pay those crazy fucking taxes because the taxes on the drugs over there in Illinois, just face it, are kind of fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it?
It's like at least 25%.
Oh yeah, it's very, very expensive.
At the least.
It's just insane.
And it's like for this, God, I used to buy an eighth from this guy named Jimmy, and it was
Jimmy.
It was $26. I don't know. I'm just
an eighth.
I'm just trying to.
Jimmy.
I'm doing a whole thing. It's fine. I don't even know any Jimmys.
You better not know any Jimmys.
No, but gators bitches better be wearing Jimmys. According to the other guys, starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. I'm really segueing here. It's fine.
No, you're good. You're doing great. You're doing really great.
I don't know. I feel like I'm tanking.
Well, you were on a roll there for a minute, so take a break.
I'm going to take a little breather.
Yeah, can you give me a Diet Coke?
There's a cat on my lap.
Oh, I understand.
I'll get you a Diet Coke.
No rush.
Okay.
New lawsuit targets PUBG clones. This is something we've talked about on the show before. I was playing Super People a couple of weeks ago, and I'm a huge Apex Legends fan, daily player. I need to get back to streaming some of that. And a new lawsuit has come out. We were talking about how the BR format is so popular in gaming right now, the past couple of years. Kind of blew up with Fortnite and PUBG and things like that. There was some intellectual property misgivings at the time that sort of opened up that format, but now has also kind of created a financial problem for some of what people would call the OGs in that market. Clay, do you play any of these games?
Oh, I do. I do play some of these games.
Have you heard any of this news?
Well, I honestly, I was busy getting you a Diet Coke.
No, but just about PUBG suing everybody for stealing their format.
What's their format? Being a battle royale game?
I don't know. Let's look.
Because
Krafton sues Google, YouTube, and Apple over alleged PUBG clones. The PlayerUnknown's Battleground Studios want the Free Fire games removed from sale, but Apple and Google aren't cooperating. That studio has filed a lawsuit against those distributors and free-to-play game company Garena.
I mean, the first battle royale that I could really think of was probably the Hunger Games, and that came out way before PUBG. So,
well, that was a ripoff of a Japanese movie,
which also, I mean, was several books and other movies over time. But yeah,
manga.
What
manga?
Like the graphic novels, the Japanese graphic novels.
Manga.
It's basically like hentai without the boobs.
Hentai.
Manga is like it's Japan.
Garena began selling Free Fire in Singapore in 2017, shortly after the launch of PUBG. Yeah, so it's all about these people were putting out PUBG duplicates and selling them in certain markets, trying to get away.
You look at the App Store. They're
that's
trying
what I'm
to do
saying.
that all over the fucking place. You kidding me?
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be interesting, though. Did you see?
But also, running around and shooting people in a video game is not a concept that's exactly like fresh and new. So
that's a great point.
Eat my butt.
What?
PUBG. That's right. I said it.
What?
Eat my butt.
Unnecessary.
I told him.
Gross.
I could say ass. Sounds better.
Oh.
Eat my ass. PUBG.
Stop this. Okay. You stop this behavior.
Well, move on.
Did you see the one about the cruise that was canceled while at sea?
Is that the one where like 150 people showed up?
Turning into a nightmare. Norwegian cancels sailing mid-cruise. Passengers to be stuck on board for days.
Where was this? Norway?
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least they're in Norway. Sounds way better than if you got stuck on like a cruise in the, like in like the Florida area. I don't know, that'd be shitty. Imagine you're on a Carnival cruise line and they gotta like shut down and you're like fucked for days and you're halfway between there and Jamaica and you're like, I don't know what to do. My dad brought me
So the
here.
sailing was canceled due to COVID-related circumstances. So they were traveling and then canceled all of their stops.
So there was a COVID outbreak on a cruise ship. God, they should make a movie about that. George Clooney should be in it. No. Tom Hanks. Better. Willem Dafoe. No, he was already in a cruise.
And a lot of the time they were stuck inside because of rain.
Speed 2. Willem Dafoe was in Speed 2. See, he can't be in another boat movie. That's weird.
He was in The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
That was mostly submarines.
No, they were on the main boat. They had a big boat.
There's a lot going on. That's a Wes Anderson movie. That doesn't count.
Did you know him and Paul Thomas Anderson are brothers?
Shut the fuck up. Can be yelled at.
It's a trash can embargo. Yeah, so these people just had to fucking hang out. I guess they would drop off food, but there was like none of the stuff you're supposed to have. It was a real nightmare. Well, great.
Do you know how many people I've told in my life that Wes Anderson and Paul Thomas Anderson are related? Like,
why? Why would you believe that?
No, that's the guilt of so many minds tarnished. That's like finding out in your 40s that you have genital herpes and you've never been tested. And you got to call all your partners from the last like 30 years.
Oh, I could do that in one group text.
25 years, probably. It doesn't matter. But it's just kind of like you got to do that thing. And it's like, oh my God, imagine the list and the guilt and the conversations. Ugh.
Well, that would be truly awful.
Nightmare mode. And I don't know if that's real. I'm just saying there's a lot that's going on. But Paul Thomas Anderson and Wes Anderson are not related.
Great.
And I have the guilt of telling so many people.
Can I ask you a personality?
That's not a good comparison, actually. That's way less significant than the other.
Can I ask you a personality test type of question that I made up?
Mm-hmm.
If you go to check out at a store and an item rings up for more than you thought it would, do you A, buy it anyway? B, decline to buy it and offer it to return it to the shelf? Or C, decline to buy it and let them return it?
I would never let them return it. It's always A or B.
Okay, so...
Or tell them I thought it was this, and sometimes they're like, oh, and then it ends up working out your way.
But but let's assume that they can't change it.
If they can't change it, then you return it to the shelf, unless they insist for some reason, even though I usually still do it anyway. And then, because they're already doing their job, I want them to be like, nah, and then I just take it back. I don't like that. Sometimes I buy it. It depends on the price difference. If the thing said like $5.79, and it was actually like $10, I'm just gonna do it. It's like $4 and change. Fuck it. But yeah, A or B. Know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I love it. I often will just buy it anyway. Now, if something rings up, follow-up question: if something rings up for like significantly less than it's supposed to, what do? You
buy two of them. It doesn't matter what it is.
Aren't you afraid to draw attention to it?
You could be buying toilet plungers. Buy two of them. Do it.
Take advantage of the.
I saw a TikTok recently where someone found out that there was an issue with the pricings on towels at a Walmart, and they were like 75 cents instead of 7.50 or some shit like that, mislabeled, misrang into the inventory. Therefore, their prices also rang up the exact same, 75 cents. And someone did a TikTok, and they went in there with their wife 3 times, and they bought like 70 towels.
Wow.
They bought so many towels because they were priced at 75 cents a piece instead of 7.50 or 17.50 or whatever the fuck it was supposed to be. They were buying these towels from Walmart, and they basically cleared out the whole goddamn row. They went in 3 different times.
Whoa.
And that was them, fucksins with the system. And it was also an error done by somebody that they didn't have to deal with that day. So cheap towels, life hack, I guess. I don't know. It was a whole thing. You want to go to Walmart and buy some towels?
Yeah, I mean, so how did they get away with that?
Well, they were in the system as that price as well. The same price that they were labeled as. So somebody upstairs fucked up, or there must have been a computer issue, which then fucked up the pricing for their inventory per item. And then someone found out about this, said, oh my God, honey, check this out. Bring your phone, turn on your ticky-tacky. Let's get a video of me doing this. And then they bought all of the towels. And now they have a shit ton of towels, and they can flip them on Marketplace or something else, or they can just have a bunch of towels. It's their prerogative. I hope that they never have to buy a towel again as long as they live, because they found out that little thing right there, that little fuck up, and they beat the system. And Walmart sucks anyway. They don't treat their employees well, and they get all those government grants. So if you're using a self-checkout, just fucking take something. Take a Kit Kat.
Wow.
Take a fucking take a baby binky, whatever the fuck you want to grab.
Baby binky.
A binky for a baby. Fucking take it, put it in your pocket. You go through self checkout. They'll look at your receipt at the end. Fuck them. Take a plant. Take a succulent. Take a chrysanthemum.
What?
Do it. Just steal shit from Walmart. Fuck them.
What if you get caught? You're kind of like a chaos agent.
If you get caught, say you have COVID, and immediately take off your mask. They'll run away from you, and then you can leave.
That's horrible.
I'm a genius.
That's not bad.
Someone write that down. You, in the corner, write that down.
Me?
No, I'm just hoping that someone's watching from their corner.
Oh. That would be good. Okay, let's see what we got here. Before we get to our guest spot for today, anything else good? I'm going to leave you guys with a nice, good 20-minute interview I did with a friend of mine. That'll be on both the end of the recording of the podcast of today's show, and then also on my YouTube channel, Jacob V on YouTube.
Is that happening right now?
It's going to happen here in a minute, but let me wrap up the show first. Guys, that's another episode of Jacob V Weekly. Stay tuned for our guest spot with MIDDY and the crew today. Also, follow us wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Google, whatever. Please subscribe, rate, review, and share. We have an Instagram page for the show at Jacob V Weekly. You can contact the show at jacobvweekly@gmail.com. You can call the show at 314-632-6602. Leave us a voicemail. You can find original music by me on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Deezer. You can bing it on patreon.com/Jacob V. You can support the show directly, and you also get access to a lot of my previously released music and lossless quality audio.
Your podcast has a phone number?
Oh, yeah, baby. For voicemails. We get very few of them, but sometimes they make their way onto the show.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's 314-632-6602.
You should get a P.O. box. People would send you stuff.
But what if, I have to check it all the time? What if nobody sends me anything and then I went all the way to the P.O. box?
Then you get a Diet Coke from McDonald's on the way back.
It would be a nice reason to break up the day.
So
have a nice trip.
Think about it.
Guys, stay tuned. We're going to have our guest spot up here in just a second. Be safe.
Love you.
She floats on by, she makes me quiver. She makes my sugar taste oh so sweet. The fish are jumping and her daddy's asleep. The crawdad's cooking and her mama's good looking. Oh, river girl. Oh, she's a river girl. Oh, she's a river girl.
Jacob V Weekly, we're here testing out my mobile podcasting rig, and I'm here with a very good friend of mine who I've had the privilege of performing with recently, and I've been helping him with some great new stuff he's producing and offering out to his fan base and the world, and Middleton Carruthers. MIDDY and the crew. Here live, lots of things to talk about, lots of things to promote. There's a great catalog of videos that you can link to from middysmusic.com, and also merchandise that we're going to take a look at, and plenty of other things. Oh, here he goes, and I've already lost him.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's going great. It's going great. And just to have the opportunity to sit down and kind of talk about some of this stuff, I'm really excited. So I don't know where you want to get started, but I'm a big fan of the. Hold on, we're getting a call.
Yeah.
Hello? Freddie? It's Freddie Vale from Nashville at Treasure Isle, where I happen to do a lot of recording here in the last year and a half. How you doing, Freddie? Hey, we're doing a podcast here. Say hello to all me fans out there in podcast world. Hello there. Hey, Freddie, I'm going to let you go, but I'll call you later, okay? You can watch this later. We'll send you a link, okay, buddy? Get off the phone. I love you. See you soon. Bye.
I love that.
Now, where were we?
I love that. So I kind of wanted to share with fans of the show, the Jacob V Weekly podcast that I do, that just kind of how you got started in producing your own music, kind of describe the music for people. I call you the godfather of demo rock. But there's definitely some country influence and overtone in there. And then the videos are really, obviously, a great passion of yours, and there's a few of them that I really, really love. So, MIDDY and the Crew is the band. The man is MIDDY Carruthers.
Thank you for such a great introduction there. Okay, you really propped me up pretty nice that way. I produced my first song out of necessity because I didn't have a producer, and I had some really hot musicians on the payroll at the studio. $100 a song, 100 an hour, maybe more when you get studio time. So it gets pricey, So I didn't have a producer. When you start tracking, that's the key. You start laying down tracks, And
Which song was that?
the first song I recorded at Treasure Isle was August of 2020. Alumbre.
Oh, the instrumental.
The instrument, the red.
And that's
man.
on the first record?
Yes, the main red dude, Alumbre. Yeah, and I did that with Smith Curry, Grand Ole Opry Hall of Famer, and then I told him bring a guitar player. I knew he'd bring me a hot guitar player. His name was Cole Phillips. He was with the Colt Ford band for 6 years. And, anyway, we just started tracking. I had Smitty on pedal steel, a dobro. We just started tracking. I laid down an instrumental, get things going on the instrumental. I laid down an acoustic, to a click track, and so forth. Anyway, turned out that I ended up producing 6 out of the 10 songs on our new album, which we haven't released yet. We're getting ready to go to Nashville next week. Everything works out. We're talking to a label, a record label in Nashville. The guy's interested and likes my stuff. This is a new album for everybody. Take a gaze at here. This is Modern Cowboy, of course. That's me. And we have t-shirts for sale, too. If you go to my website, middysmusic.com, you can order up a t-shirt. And, we have autographed CDs. This one isn't available yet because it hasn't been released yet. Here's my first album, MIDDY and the Crew.
I have that in the car.
Okay, this is the band's all here. And this was a lot of fun. Most of this was recorded in Nashville, in Music Row, Studio 6, and at a Masterphonic studio, Curb Studio. And so we got that going. We had a really nice show. Jacob was my lead guitar player. We put the band together. And here's our poster from the show.
Is it River Stock or Big River Stock?
Big River Stock. Well, this is an old one. Here is...
That's the updated.
Here's the updated one. Here.
Yeah.
Here, see? Now, this is a group we had Fresh Rain played, and Jacob, of course, plays lead for them. So Jacob played lead and played guitar in Fresh Rain, and he also played with MIDDY and the Crew. So he had a...
it was a busy day.
We had a busy day. It was so much fun. We had Big River Stock coming, this spring.
So these are from the first one. These are
this was last October.
Yeah, those are available
down on the property that I own, right across from the Botanical Gardens, Vanderbilt and 44. Anyway, 2 acres. And we have the stage already built. and it's ready to go. So anyway, yeah, we're just having fun. I have one more song on Modern Cowboy to finish up.
Yeah, I love the shirts.
And oh yeah, they come in gray. Here, I just happen to have one here. What a coincidence. Look, here's one in gray. You know, MIDDYsmusic.com is where you find them. So go out, buy yourself 10 of them. Okay? There you go. And what else? You know, this is my little desk here where I hang out. I run a full-time demolition company called The Wrecking Crew. Okay, and that's also the name of our one of the songs on the new video. You know.
Yeah, that's a great video. It's probably my favorite.
You know. How's it go?
Yeah.
When I found out what a cat could do, I went out and found me a wrecking crew. Now they want me all over town, swinging my wrecking boots, tearing them down. See what happens when you're not in there? We tear up every big old side, looking for day and night. Had no fear, we'll level it out. And then you can shout. Cause we're the wrecking crew.
I think that should be like the set opener.
So
Or like for the MIDDY and the Crew show, I think the set should start with that one.
oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got big plans for the first concert. We'll be coming out on the Traco.
Yeah.
Like in the video, you know, crashing through a makeshift house.
Yeah.
The lights flashing, and then they drop me up I run up to the mic on stage, and the crowd goes wild. Okay, I mean, you know, think about it. You go to a concert, the Yankees up there, hey, St. Louis, how y'all doing, St. Louis? Or if he's really stoned, you know, he's lost, he doesn't know where he is. He's like, hello, Detroit. Who was the guy that did that?
Yeah.
He didn't even know where he was. Kind of like our president, you know. He wakes up into a new world every day, you know, like a goose. Did you know geese wake up into a new world every morning?
They don't have long-term memory?
They have no memory. They wake up and they're like, wow, this is it? Whoa, this is different. You know?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So anyway, we don't want to get political, okay? We're not going to get political. I don't want to lose a fan base, you know what I mean? There's so much divide in this country, you know. You lean one way or the other, and they eat you alive. But me, I'm like, I vote, and then that's it. And then let the chips fall wherever they fall. I have no control over that shit. Just as long as I got a guitar, and I'm allowed to go to the studio and sing whatever I like, whatever I feel, and I can exercise my First Amendment rights to free speech and not be censored, okay? And I have been censored, okay, on YouTube.
Are you talking about COVID friendly?
Yes, COVID friendly.
I do like that
they
song.
They thought that was shocking, you know, and, well, I made that crack about CNN, but it's okay, you know, we're off the other stuff, you know, but it's a great song. It's, you know, it should be on the radio. I don't know. Things are going to change here real quick. So anyway, I'm so glad you invited me into your podcast world.
Thanks, man. I've been talking about doing it for a long time.
Well, yeah, and you know, you want to pan out and show my little studio in there?
Yeah, well, I'll fade in a shot.
You want to fade in there?
I'll fade in a shot at this
What
point.
else? Have we covered everything?
I wanted to kind of talk about some of the history a little bit. We kind of got all the housekeeping out of the way.
Yeah.
And,
hold on, baby. I got to wear shades.
Yeah.
My future's so bright, I got to wear shades.
I love that.
You know, you like that song?
Oh, yeah.
ZZ?
Sure.
Oh.
So, I know,
Hey, hey, how.
I I know you played music for a long time before you started making these records. Why'd you start when you started on the
Oh, I
first
got
one?
the itch, like 5 years ago. Then I was in a bad accident, and I had to lay low for like 2.5 years. I got a torn rotator cuff. Fell through the schmuck's staircase. I think he rigged it, but torn rotator. I couldn't even hold up a guitar, So I had to put everything on hold. And I had some folks in Nashville that were, they're pushing this first album, and they were really mad at me. They thought I just quit, but they didn't understand. I was hurt. So I made these little homemade videos, playing my guitar out there in front of a bonfire. Set up. We got the band set up here, on the front porch. So and when the weather's warm, just doing little skits, just to keep a fan base, But I got a lot of subscribers on my Facebook page, like over 1,500, and a lot of them came from those little corny videos, 2-3 minute jobs, Usually not playing any of my music because it wasn't all copyrighted, and I didn't want to play any of my stuff. I was just playing other like Tom Petty, McCartney,
Sure.
And then sometimes YouTube would say, hey, there's copyright infringement on it. That's not your song. Or, we had to deafen it a little bit.
Yeah.
But the sound, it's still loud enough for me.
Yeah.
So that's how we kept things going. So now things are full speed ahead now. My demolition company does good, which, serves as a springboard for locations.
Yeah.
We tie what I had this vision years ago is to tie the demolition and the rock and roll together, and that's why Jacob here calls me the Godfather of demo rock. Well, you have to watch I'm Coming Home, my latest video.
Yeah.
We released on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And if you watch it, you'll understand. You'll understand that your dog knows how to return a favor.
So,
The Godfather of demo rock, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you call me?
Yeah.
I love it.
that's what it is. So, how do you describe the sound if you haven't heard the music?
Finger right here.
Yeah. How would you describe the sound of the music? There's definitely some classic rock elements, but there's also some country elements and
bluesy, River Girl.
Sure.
I don't know. You just try to cover a wide spectrum of sound. Or I'm not like country,
right?
I'm modern country. I'm not new country. I don't even like new country. I can't do twang, And it's so bubblegum, I can't do the bubblegum,
Yeah.
Welcome to the bubblegum land, the bubblegum. Think about it. Most of people who buy the most records are like little 13, 14-year-old girls.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they get these their idols, They can sing Mary Had a Little Lamb, they're going to go buy it. And a lot of it's just very. Some of it's good. Don't get me wrong. Rock. Some of it's, I like Keith Urban. I like Kenny Chesney. Who can't like Todd McGraw or Tim McGraw? These are some heavyweights. They get, what was that song Tim McGraw did with the Riding Bull, Fu Manchu, or I love that song.
Yeah, Live Like You Were Dying.
Yeah, now that's good stuff. I also want to add that on I'm Coming Home, the video we just released.
Yeah.
The violinist, the fiddle player on that song was in Blake Shelton's band. Jimmy Hodges. I mean, he's just off the chart. He's probably the hottest fiddle player that ever came out of Nashville. He's with the Craig Morgan band now. He's played at the Grand Ole Opry over 200 times. So I was lucky. I've met him here in St. Louis. I've known him for like 20 years. I just called him up, said, "Hey Jimmy, I got a little part for you. Can you help me out on the song? $50.
Wow.
And he bounced it to me. He recorded it. He's got his little studio with COVID. A lot of your guys are recording
their own stuff and sending it in. Yeah.
Recording in their own little homemade studios at home, high quality, high fidelity, and then they call it bouncing, So you send them a WAV file, you can send them an MP3. They lay down their track and they called bouncing. You send it back, and then you mix it and so forth. It's not that complicated. But anyway, yeah. That's about it.
Big ass solutions,
Yeah,
no equal.
That's what it's all about. You got to have a solution.
So what's up next that people should get excited about? We know we have the new full length album, Modern Cowboy. I think there's a lot of content there, potentially, and I love the songs.
We're probably back up this my second album. We're working on a third album now, and I think after we get the second one released, we'll probably go on the road and
Move some units.
Promote the new album, and we're looking for a sponsor right now. And if Caterpillar doesn't get off their ass pretty soon, there's not going to be any more Caterpillar, okay?
Yeah.
And I can change the words of that song really fast, okay? Yeah. I mean, just with the flip of a switch,
Yeah.
So anyway, it's really been nice talking with you. Is there anything else that you'd like to add to this show?
No, I'll probably close out with one of the songs from the upcoming new album, and then there's plenty to go find out there. MIDDYsmusic.com takes them to the YouTube and the Facebook and to the merch and whatnot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Any words of wisdom for the young people out there?
Yes. Do your homework. Go to school. Do your homework. Stay out of drugs. Try to get this church on Sunday.
Yeah.
Hold on, don't kill it yet. Don't pay attention to the mainstream media, okay? Get your news from me, okay? Right here. Minnie and the crew. You want some of this, kid? Huh? You want some of that? Oh, everybody, Rex. Rex is in our videos. Are you Rex? Rex. Are you going to say hello to the fans? Here, I'm trying to turn him around. Come here. Can you see him? Can you see Rex? Huh?
Oh, hey, Rex.
He's a natural.
Aww.
He's just a natural. Yeah. And then the other dogs are hiding. Here, pan out to our little studio over there where we play. We have a drum machine on the keyboards there, so, just 2 or 3 people, we can make some noise and have some fun, So anyway, that's all, folks. How'd I do?
That's all great stuff.